Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Jane. Today's topic is a topic that has been really requested by most of you. I have received a lot of inboxes on my social media platforms and people asking me how to find jobs in Dubai. And I know job hunting can be very exhausting, especially in this world where there are very few opportunities and a lot of job seekers. So today's video, I will be giving my own tips on how to find a job in Dubai. I have to put a disclaimer and mention that I am not a HR practitioner, so whatever I'll be sharing on today's video will be basically based on my own personal experience and also what I have been able to know or to learn from people close to me. So before we continue, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video. So let's dive into it. So I'll be sharing with you 4 points on how to find a job in Dubai. I know most of you might be having this question and in your mind, how I ended up in Dubai. So I'll just give you a brief history of my working experience. Before I came to Dubai, I was working in Qatar. Qatar is like less 45 minutes or 1 hour away by air from Dubai. So the reason I moved to Dubai is because my husband got a job transfer here, and of course as a family we had to make a decision to move here, all of us. So I came in Dubai in November of 2018. And of course I had to resign from my job in Qatar and come start afresh again here in the UAE. So for me, I would say I was very lucky to find a job within 2 months of my stay, to find a job and start working. So I arrived in September, and by it was only September, and in November I was already working. So my industry is a very huge industry here in the UAE, or especially in Dubai, because I have a background in hospitality. So hospitality jobs are available. There's so many hotels here and so many international established hotels here. And for me, with my experience in the Gulf, because I have around 7 years in the Gulf. By Gulf, I mean the Middle East region. So I have worked in Iraq, I've worked in Qatar, and now here in UAE. So it was quite easy for me because of the experience that I have in this field. So how I got my job is, when I first arrived here, I tried to do what most people do, and is to look for working interviews and attend them. So the thing with the working interviews, it can be quite exhausting because you find a lot of job seekers also coming for the walk-ins. So you will have like a walk-in interview for a new establishment or a new hotel that is coming up, and you find thousands of people and of different nationalities and people who are also equally experienced as you are. So it can be very exhausting. So that's how I started first. I went for a couple of walking interviews, and to be honest with you, it was really devastating. I had to change my strategy on how to find jobs. So while I was working in Qatar, how I got the job in Qatar is through online. So basically I took a break and went to Kenya, and while I was looking for a job in Kenya, it was quite hard. I know most of my Kenyan friends, most of you Kenyans, if you're watching and you're Kenyan, you know how it is like to look for a job in Kenya. So it was really stressful there. So I decided again to come back to the Gulf. So how I got the job, back to the story of how I got the job in Qatar, was I applied online. And to be honest with you, this was the first time that I ever applied for a job online, and I got it. And it was just quite unbelievable. Most of the jobs that I got before was through either knowing somebody. My 2 previous jobs, it was like my previous 3 jobs that I had before was either through a connection. So you can imagine, you have connections, and the kind of jobs that you get are not well paying, and considering your skill and experience, you feel like you're being shortchanged. So I resolved to looking for a job online and give it a try. So the job I got in Qatar, I just applied. There's a website called Qatar Global. I'll put all the website that I mentioned and all the details that I mentioned on this video in the description box, so you can check once we're done with the video. There's a website called Qatar Global. So this is the website that I used to apply for a job. So Qatar Global is a website that lists all hospitality jobs in the Middle East and Africa and all over the world, basically, because it depends on where you're looking for a job. So for me, my target was in the Middle East. That's what I did. So I looked for a job that I was qualified in. I applied for it, and luckily the day I applied, on the same day, I was just doing my errands in town, and I just got a call, and I was wondering, what is this number, +974? I had even forgotten, because I used to apply, wake up in the morning and apply for a million jobs. Like I never used to keep a track, which is something that I came to learn, that it is really important to keep a track of the jobs that you apply. Put a list and track, like, I applied on this date. Did I apply through an email or did I apply through a website? It's really important to keep these tracks. So yeah, so I got a call and I'm in town, and since it was really loud and it was quite noisy, so I told the person who was calling me, I told them I'm just in the middle of a busy street. Let me call you back when I get somewhere quiet. And they're kind enough to say, okay, I know it can be expensive to call me back. Why don't you just beep me and I will call you back? That's what I did. So that was my HR in Qatar. So I got a call. I did an interview over the phone with the HR, and then they asked me what was the best available time for me to get a job. To get a Skype interview with now my direct manager, who is director of sales, because my background is in hospitality, but sales and events in hospitality. So that's what I did. And in the afternoon, I told them I'm available, because I was really looking for a job, and I was like, I'm not giving any chance for them to interview somebody else, and I'm available. So I told them, it's fine. I'll be give me 2 hours and I'll be available on Skype. So I had to rush home and of course get my laptop and be prepared for this interview, because I also needed to find out more about the property that I was going to work in. So yeah, so that's how I got my job in Qatar. That was through online. Back to my point on how to find jobs, or how to find a job in Dubai specifically. So when I came to Dubai, as I was telling you, I had to move here because of my family. My husband got relocated, so I had to come here. So the same thing happened. I went for a couple of walk-ins, which were really exhausting, and as I was telling you, I couldn't stand. It was really exhausting. So I resolved to going back to what I know best, which is applying online, and also through asking around from friends and also people in the industry that I know. I decided to look for a job online. So I would again look on Qatar Global, and also specifically look on the company websites where I wanted to work. So I searched on the website the specific company that I wanted to work in and specific position that I was looking for. So I searched, I found a position with Hilton Group, and I applied for that job. To cut the long story short, once I applied, I got employed. So I'll give you a tip on how to apply for jobs online as we continue on progress with the video, and to exactly what made it so easier for me to get a job that fast. I have 4 ways on how to find a job in Dubai. Number 1, it's through recruitment agencies. So there are a couple of recruitment agencies which I know are legit and don't charge anything for you to get a job. What they usually just charge is just a registration fee, and in case you have to do a pre-medical examination before you get the job, they will only charge you for that. To be honest with you, I haven't gotten a job with any recruitment agency, but I know 2 legit recruitment agencies in Kenya who can offer the services, because I know from my friends and from people whom I have interacted with here who have been able to find jobs through the recruitment agencies. So how recruitment agencies work is basically you have to pay an application fee for you to be registered with the agency. They have a list of requirements of the things that you need to provide to them. So one of them is, of course, a good CV. which is the most important thing for any person who's looking for a job. You need a CV, because sometimes it's amazing how you get calls and you ask somebody, can you send, somebody tells you, I need to find a job, I need to help you find a job, and I'm like, can you send me your CV? They're like, I don't have a CV, you don't mean mesoma too, and those kind of things. See now CV, I'm like, come on, it's so easy, just go into a cyber cafe and they will help you build CVs. So anyway, so the recruitment agencies, they ask you for a CV, they will ask you, of course, for an application fee, because this is a service or registration fee with the agency. Well, this is a service that they're offering you. Of course, it's a minimal fee, probably 3,000 to 5,000 maximum. I haven't had any agency asking for more than that. If they are, probably they are not legit, but usually this is the range of the registration fee. And then, of course, they will ask you, if case the company that you're they're recruiting for is not requires you to provide pre-medical report for the job that you're applying for, then they will advise you how much it is, and you can pay that. Otherwise, they don't ask for commission for the two that I know. So number one, the one I know is Key Resources. It's a staffing and recruitment agency in Westlands. I'll put the link or the contacts on the description box. And the other one that I came to learn is Elmvale agency. It's in Uchumi house. And these two agencies are in Nairobi, and they don't charge you anything. They only charge you a small fee, which is the application fee. This, by the way, is not a sponsored video by them. It's just a way of helping you. So in case you would like to contact them, you can do a research and also get to find out more from other people. I always say, when you find any information, it's always good to go an extra mile and try and find and verify if this information is legit. So those are the ones that I know. So they will help you. So how they work is, these companies who prefer not to hire directly. For example, they're asking for mass workforce, like huge number of workforce. So their HR departments are not in a position to conduct this kind of interviews. So what they do, they offer, or rather they use these recruiting agencies or staffing companies to be able to assist them with this. So you can, what they do is, for example, a company like Transguard company, which is a huge company here in the UAE, they're probably looking for security officers. So they will contact this registered agency or staffing companies, recruitment companies, in whatever country they're in, if it's in Kenya, in India, wherever they are, to help them recruit, like say 50 people to come and join their security force. So this is what happens. So when you go to these agencies, they will definitely help you with preparing your CV in case you need to adjust your CV in a particular way. They will also help you on how to respond to questions on an interview and prepare you specifically for an interview when these agencies come now on ground to recruit for themselves. So they will, so the recruitment agencies in Kenya, they're like people who are on ground for these specific companies who are abroad. So they come here to help to kind of do the logistics and coordination for their recruitment. So they will do the shortlisting, and then now the actual interview will be done by this key company, which is here, who will be now hiring you. Okay, so you can get a job through that, through a recruitment agency. Number two, you can also be able to get a job through online. It's like I was telling you what happened to me. I specifically went online to specific company website of where you want to work. For example, if it's in engineering, in hospitality, specifically, like when you're searching for those jobs, you don't search jobs in Dubai in Google search hotels in Dubai. Then you'll find a whole list of hotels in Dubai, and then in this specific website they have the career section. So this career section is where they put or list all the available jobs that they have within their company and if they're hiring or not. So when you get them, this takes quite a bit of time because you have to specifically create a profile for each job that you're applying for. So it will take a bit of time, but it's very rewarding. So yeah, so you just, in any other industry, if it's engineering, look for manufacturing companies in Dubai or construction companies in Dubai, and specifically now go to the specific company's website and look for the job in the career section. Yeah, that's number 2. The third way you can be able to get a job here in Dubai is through job boards. Job boards, these websites or companies that you register your profile with these online job boards. They're online basically. It's like a recruitment agency, but it's online. So what they do, most companies use these job boards to advertise their job because they have a huge number and mass of people looking for jobs who are registered with these job boards. So you put your profile there, you update a picture. It's the same as LinkedIn, but almost the same as LinkedIn in the sense that how you create your profile, you attach your picture, you attach your CV. In case you have any updates, you can just log in and update. In case there's any job that matches your job, then you can just put the preferences to receive an email to get notified of any job that matches your profile. So once any job is advertised on this job board, you get an email automatically just to let you know that there's a position that matches your shows or matches your skills or experience or matches your interest that is available, and you can be able to apply for it. So job boards are quite helpful. There are a couple of online job boards where you can be able to use here in the UAE. We have Glassdoor, we have Indeed.com, we also have Limon, we have Gulf Recruiters. We have a couple of them, and for some people it works. And of course, in this world of looking for jobs, you don't expect that when you apply for the first job you get automatically selected. It's something that you keep on doing. Even when you get a rejection, you keep on doing it until a door opens for you. So the ones that I'm sharing, even if you don't get a job immediately, don't give up. Even if you don't get a job, don't give up. Keep on applying, keep on knocking. The door will open at some point, because even before I got my job, I had a lot of turn downs. I apply even directly on the company websites, and I still get turn downs, because I mean, if God does not intend you to go walk in that path, He'll definitely not open that door. And if He intends you to walk on that path, then He will make a way for you. So yeah, so keep knocking until the right door opens for you. The fourth way of how to find a job in Dubai is through tarmacking, and depending on walk-ins, right? So if you're fortunate enough and you can be able to afford to come and look for a job directly here, it's good enough, because most people have realized, not all companies, but some of the companies prefer having a one-on-one interview with you as opposed to having a Skype call. So if you're fortunate enough and you can be able to afford to come in Dubai on a 1 month or 3 months visit visa, I would propose a 3 months visit visa. That would be the best ideal time for you to give yourself 3 months to get a job. So while you're here, so 3 months visa would be the ideal one to find a job while you're here. It's will isn't the pressure of you just taking any other job that you find available, and at least you have higher chances of getting a job that you totally would love to work in. So most people, what they do when they get here in Dubai, they usually live either with family or friends, or the other option is to live on shared accommodation. Shared accommodation, or rather mostly referred to bed space, is where you just rent for a space for a bed space. The exact word, what it means, bed space, yeah. So you rent an area in a shared accommodation where you share with other people. So for most people who are looking for jobs, this is what they usually do. So you come here and then you basically go around dropping CVs and applying also online, and whenever you get a call for an interview, you're available here to attend as and when required. So that's the other way. It, however, can be challenging and very stressful, but I mean, nothing comes easy, so you just have to persevere for the short term for the long-term gain, right? So I know a couple of friends who have been able to do this, and they have successfully gotten jobs, and some have been unfortunate not to find jobs. So it's not a guarantee that when you come here you will get a job. So, but there are very high chances of you getting a job while you're here. So basically that's it. For most companies which are in Dubai, you will find, because this most of the highest population of the people in Dubai here are expatriates. By expatriates I mean people who are not locals. So these people, usually for the companies recruiting here, they offer either an accommodation allowance or they offer you accommodation with the package. Like for example, in hotels, usually what they do, they they rent out a whole building and they offer shared accommodation. So you'll get, for example, they have a building with like 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartments, and where they keep the staff. Like you can be sharing a 3-bedroom apartment with 6 people, where you share 2 people per bedroom, and then you share the common areas, which are the kitchen, the bathroom, and so on. So most people here, that's how they live. Or alternatively, if you get a job that offers you an allowance, then you can be able to rent out your own apartment. And still, if you have family, you can rent out your own apartment and choose an area where you can be able to afford. Because same as in Nairobi, we have areas where posh areas where people live, and it depends on your budget, basically. Yeah, depends on your budget. So if you wish to rent or share accommodation, people do that. People share an apartment with other people, like we become roommates. So I know in Kenya it's not so common that people do this, but when you come abroad, then the rent can be quite expensive, so you share with other people. Especially if you're single, it's the easiest way, just to share a house with somebody if your company is not offering you the accommodation. Okay, one bonus tip that I would like to share with you on how to find a job in Dubai is networking. Guys, I cannot emphasize enough, networking really helps. Please talk to people who are here. If you have friends who are here, talk to them. Let them notify you in case a job arises in their company. I'll tell you for sure, the first 3 jobs that I ever had were through recommendation and networking. My friends are the ones who helped me get these jobs, because they are the ones in these companies who are working in these companies, and they get to know when people are fired and when new opportunities arise. So please network, keep in touch with people who are here, and of course, I don't mean that you bug them with calls all the time, that at least ask them to keep you in mind and to help you and let you know in case an opportunity arises. So networking is really important. So guys, I hope that this video has been quite informative and helpful to you, and will help you in your job search if you're looking for a job, and I hope that you will be able to get one soon. Please, in case you have any other additional tips that you can be able to add, please put it on my comment section, so that people, when you're coming to view the video, they can be able to refer to this information and also get match up that they require to secure a job. It can be quite draining and very depressing, especially when you are out of a job, I mean, if you can be able to help lift somebody else, that would be really kind and good of you. So please, let's help one another and support each other grow, right? So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch through to the end. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to this channel, and remember, the road to 1,000 subscribers is still continuing before my birthday, which will be on the 28th of March. So please, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. I'll see you guys on the next one, and please follow me on my social media. I'll put it next so you get to say thank you, and have a lovely day. Wish you the best on your job search. Bye.